commuting back home today after my last 3 reserve days. I've got Puppies and Auntie's there, and she's actually under the weather right now, so I'm gonna go home and kind of like nurse her back to health and take care of her and get her soup and medicine and all that. She always does it for me, so obviously I want to do that for her. I'm just waiting to make some tea and let the machine warm up right now. This vlogging thing, as far as like uploading a lot, how are you guys liking that? Like, I don't really have a schedule, but I've kind of been trying to do a new vlog every single 3 days and just a continuation of what I've already been doing. And someone's coming in, so I'm gonna stop right now. You can tell I'm not used to the snow or accustomed to it because of the way I'm acting with it, but I mean, it's just so cute. So the apartments I live at, there's like a little downstairs area where you can come and like bring your dogs out. There's a place to like play mini golf, and there's a fire pit. You can come down here and barbecue, and I just wanted to come down and see the snow. I'm not gonna stay out in it because I don't want to get sick. The girl that was actually coming in that was getting tea, she was coughing and sneezing, and so I was like, ooh, let me get out of here. But it's just so pretty, and I want to look back and be like, oh, Ashley, you were based in DC and you were there during the first official snow that stuck, and you lived through it, and you didn't get sick, knock on wood, and you invested in some snow boots. I still have on tennis shoes, and I can feel the snow like building up underneath my shoes. And then the guy that was in there getting a coffee with me, now he's out here looking at me like, talking to a camera, sweetie? I think I'm finally starting to push past the like the looks, because at first if you just kind of like act confident with it and you're like, yeah, I am, people are like, okay, do you, boo, do you. So I am walking to the metro because it opens up a little bit. This place is like a ghost town. I'm looking back because I'm kind of risking it all by putting my tea, doing this amazing balancing act and putting it there on my rollerboard. But yeah, I'm gonna head and hop on the metro since it's open today. I mean, this place is a ghost town, nobody's here. I hope that I don't get there all the way to realize it's closed. Probably should have looked that up before. So yeah, I am hopping on the first, or no, actually the second flight out, because my connection times are closer and I don't need any downtime in Dallas. But this is kind of my favorite section to walk through. Number one, because the whole thing is covered, which means I don't have to go out in the snow and I don't have to deal with the cold whenever I am commuting. And then they've got pictures from like international destinations. There's one from Portugal. I think they do them by section. There's one from Iceland, and then just kind of look at them and think, oh, maybe I'll non-rev there. That's a possibility, but my arm is starting to hurt, so I'm gonna put the camera down. One thing that commuting prepares you for, or you don't know until you're doing it, or really just being a flight attendant in general, is the amount of steps that you go up and have to lug your rollerboards. Like just now, I had to put the camera down so I could get my tea and like pull it up the steps. Sometimes it's light enough to lift it, but I'm bringing a lot of stuff that I did need in my crash pad home, so my bags are pretty heavy right now. But yeah, I'm out of breath. Even after that 8-mile walk or whatever, that was not enough to get me in shape. And as long as I've been doing that, there are still days. As long as I've been doing this, there are still days where I'm like, it's tiring and it is a workout, but hey, it's probably for the best because I'm not going to the gym today. So I just got on the plane and boarding is going on. That tea that I had earlier kind of made me feel nauseous, so I'm about to eat some. But yeah, the gate agent was super nice, and it's her weekend too, so she actually put me in an extra row, which was sweet. So just waiting for them to finish boarding, and then once I get to Dallas, I'll make my connection. Flight 1 is done. I ended up watching The Nun, and then I finished this Netflix series, and now I'm gonna head to my next gate. Okay, so this was actually the hallway where I told Auntie I got the job with American, but I'm about to head to the gate. I'm leaving out of B33, so it is regionals, and usually whenever I do have to go home, it always interrupts. Princess parking, and look who's here. Someone's in the back seat. Hey guys, I'm back home. Auntie's under the weather right now, so I'm gonna stay here and take care of her. I'm actually gonna go ahead to our house and drop off some food and everything for Chris and stay there because he gets off work tonight, and then I'm gonna come back and nurse her back to health. I actually do have an appointment to get my lashes done tomorrow as well, and I think I'm going to go get some claws put on if the tech that I like is there. But one thing I just kind of wanted to not really like get deep into, but kind of bring up and touch on was the whole issue going on with TSA right now. I know people have a lot of questions. I don't personally know any TSA agents, and the ones that I constantly see in my home airport, you know, we're in and out. I'm going through security, so our conversation is very limited as far as, you know, hey, where are you going? Where are you flying out to? When do you come back to work? Or when do you get to come back home? That kind of thing. But as far as really discussing with somebody in depth everything that is going on, I haven't done it. I think it's really messed up that they do have to come to work and they're not getting a paycheck. However, I don't really know all of the ins and outs as far as government employees and everything. I don't really know how all that works, but I don't think that they're actually allowed to strike. I think you can get fired with that type of job if you do strike. We're allowed to strike and we're unionized, but it's something with them where I don't think that they have to. So more so than usual, as someone who works in aviation, I have been extra nice to TSA, extra nice to anybody I see, because my heart goes out to them. I don't know what I would do if I had to go to work day after day and kind of think, I mean, I'm not getting paid for this, and some of it I believe is like backlogged. I don't think that they're just never ever gonna get a check, but with the shutdown and everything, and then being based in DC too, you hear people chat about it, and you hear the rumors and the whispers all the time. And I will say though, I did come through security and I heard a guy talking to his coworker like, oh, I can't believe I voted for him and now I'm not getting a check. And I was just like, oh my god, that's crazy, because he had a family and he was like trying to figure out what he was gonna do at the moment. But I don't know, we live in a world where people have really big opinions, and people are very hard-headed and can be very stubborn, myself included sometimes. But this is just one of those things where certain decisions I could not live with myself knowing I was affecting someone else's livelihood in that way. But we'll see what happens. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. One thing that I really like, I loved it. There was this letter that our union actually wrote to the guy in the White House and said that, you know, I'm not going to go into detail. Obviously, anyone who works here, you saw the letter. But it was just very well worded, and the things they said and the way that they expressed their views was just passionate. And it said everything I was thinking in a much more professional way, we'll say it that way. So we're kind of just holding on as an aviation family. I know TSA is like extended family, but in the whole scheme of it, it's flight attendants, it's pilots, it's gate agents, it's ramp workers, it's customer service agents, it's ticketing, it's ground traffic control. Like, it takes a lot to get one plane full of passengers off of the ground. And even though we're technically on the plane, that's our office, and the airport isn't really, that's their office, and this affects their livelihood and even just like their motivation. Like, I wouldn't be motivated to go to work and necessarily do a good job knowing I'm getting no reward for this. But without going too in depth and getting too dicey and getting too, you know, political or like controversial, I do hope that all of this gets resolved very soon, but we'll see. So I'm gonna leave the vlog up here. I'm gonna go home and enjoy it, and then make sure Auntie gets back on her feet. And yeah, kind of leaving it on a downer, but I do hope you guys are having a good day. Be kind to each other, love one another. If you are traveling in the airport, be extra nice to everyone, your passengers, your fellow passengers, or your fellow co-workers. Please, we need all the positivity and we need all of the good things that we can get going on in the world at this point in time. But I will see you guys in another vlog. Everything will be linked down below once again, and spread love.